Hi, everybody. Welcome to DuoQueue. I'm Sally,
And I'm Rayla.
and this is a podcast about the Overwatch League, which we are not qualified in the least to talk about. So
Not
we're
at
going
all.
to talk about it.
That's what we do best.
Yeah, and we're just going to get right into it. And I think we should introduce ourselves. And I think I should go first because we tried this once already, and you were garbage at it.
We never tried this before, but go on.
My name is Sally Pigeon, and I don't know anything about Overwatch. I play a little bit.
A little bit.
Rayla made me play it 2 years ago-ish, and I have not learned a single thing since then.
You know the character names.
So most of them, yeah. I couldn't tell you all of them off the top of my head, probably,
That's
if I
it.
tried. My sort of signature move is to say whatever and press Q.
She does love to do that.
But I'm a Diva 1 trick because I refuse to learn.
She just likes how much health she has.
And also I'm not even very good at that, so
That's not true.
this is all to just emphasize that we are not to be taken seriously by any means.
We don't know anything.
But yeah, so I have barely ever touched a video game before I played Overwatch, which Rayla dragged me into, and I guess that is a good segue into you talking about yourself and how you got into this.
Yeah, I started playing Overwatch about a month or two after it was first released, because like my friends played it, so I was like, sure. And so I've been playing it forever. I'm unfortunately a support main who would like to play DPS sometimes.
Bummer.
But, that doesn't happen very often.
You are definitely a little bit more of a flex than I am.
Yeah, I can play a character and like I would put like quotes around play and like italicize it and make it very questionable. I can play a character in basically in every category. Like I can try. Do I get to? No, I get to play tank and support.
Be nice to tanks.
Tanks are fine.
But after you dragged me into actually playing the game, then you also dragged me into the competitive scene
I did.
as well.
Yeah, that started with our lovely Australian friend Rosie. She introduced me. I don't even remember exactly how it happened, but like she linked me to Seagull. So this was before Overwatch League, of course. This was in the end of 2016. I started watching Seagull streams, and I don't know. I really liked him. I thought it was fun to watch someone who was, really good at the game play the game, because I'm not good at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I watched, like, I guess more into the actual team competitive. He was in season 0 of the Contenders with his own team. So I
love that it was. I love that it was season 0.
Season 0, yes. Season 0. I legitimately looked that up because I wasn't sure. And it was season 0. But so I watched that because I just like Seagull, and then even after his team got eliminated, I watched the finals just because at that point I thought it was interesting. And then from Contenders, I watched the World Cup that was in probably a couple of months after, and that was last year's World Cup. And I got attached to Team USA for some reason. I just really liked them, especially Jake, Raucus, and Cool Match. For some reason, yeah. And at this time, she didn't watch it because you were, I don't know, I never asked you to watch it with me because I assumed you wouldn't like it. But what I would
would not have been out of left field to assume.
Yeah, but what I would do was, I thought the names were funny. Like, some people had funny names, so I would just text her, like, the list of names to see, like, her reaction to them. Because, take Team USA. I always thought it was funny because they had Jake, Sinatra, and Adam, which are, like, human names. And then they had Raucus, Cool Matt 69, in Fact Fiction.
Yes. Cool Matt 69. My siren call.
Really, all roads lead to Cool Matt 69.
All roads lead to Cool Matt 69. I've talked about this before. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I love this name. I like the man as well, but the name is perfect.
Like, literally, we can boil down Sally's journey to Overwatch League to she thought Cool Matt 69 was the best name she'd ever heard.
Because it is, so jot that down.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to listen to them say Cool Matt in like a serious context. It's just so funny.
Note that she said Cool Matt because they stripped away his 69 title from him.
They did steal his 69 from him, but it's on the jersey still. They let him keep it a little bit.
It's still there. Perfect.
I just love the vibes that name gives off, and because I'm always into things I'm into for the right reasons.
But then from Team USA, that led us to the Houston Outlaws, obviously, because that's where Jake, Raucus, and Cool Matt 69 win. So that was really...
we follow them to the ends of the world. So we would do that.
That was initially, our favorite team and what led us to watching, which is... You didn't watch it with me at first.
I didn't know.
So I don't actually know when you actually started watching and how that, came to, now that, we're in here talking about this. But,
At first, I only watched the Outlaws play because I got my special boys.
All 69 of them.
Hey! Good one. So I only watched the Outlaws play, and then I started keeping up with the Gladiators because I was watching Surefour at the time because he was brought to my attention, and then from there it sort of expanded. But I still don't watch every game. You watch as many as you can, but I still don't watch every single match. Yeah, I still pretty much primarily just watch those two teams.
I usually try to watch most of them. Of course I've missed some because it's, impossible to actually watch all of them. But I try to watch all of them if I can, especially, the main, finals and stuff. But
basically, we're just here to talk about our favorite stuff. Yeah. Whatever we feel like in regards to the league. We kind of have a little bit of a structure, but for the most part, we just wanted to do something with the league and not analyze it.
Yeah,
because I think there's so much more potential with just the way that the community is and how much more fun it is to be a fan of the league in addition to being into how well they play. I think there's so much more to it than just they're good at video games. I think it's going to be kind of fun to kind of get into it with that.
Listen, all those nerds have all the stat stuff covered. We don't need that here.
Yeah,
we're just here for the fun.
Yeah, and that's because we don't know anything. So I guess that'll bring us into what I guess our first segment is going to be.
Yeah,
which we're going to call ranked because we're clever.
Yeah, we are. What's your SR? Haha.
Haha. I don't even know the answer to that question. I've played competitive once.
That's not true. That's not true. You played 10. You did get your rank. We're not going to reveal that here because that's not important.
Oh, that's what I meant by played once. I only did that one time.
Yeah, you did. You got your 10 placements.
Yeah, I did my 10 things. I did my 10 times. I got a number. I don't remember what it was or what it means. But yeah, I served my time. I did my community service. I picked up litter on the side of Jeff's street.
Don't bring Jeff into this. He did nothing wrong.
Jeff, in this ranked section, we're going to talk about our favorite stuff in some capacity. We're going to call it ranked even though we're not going to rank anything, which...
It's because, rank is where the players take it seriously. This is the meat and bones of our podcast.
That's a really good way to describe it.
That's what I'm here for. 1,000 IQ description.
9,000 IQ. But when we first started getting into the league, I think one of the more intriguing things was the slang and the callouts and like the almost like it's like at first it was really overwhelming because it's like listening to a different language.
Well, because if you're not like if you just turn on a game right now and you don't know anything about it, you're gonna hear them say a bunch of stuff, and you're not gonna know what it means probably. Like either like watching the league or if you watch like a player, like one of your favorite players' streams, you're gonna hear these words, these call outs and different stuff that you're like, what does that mean?
And Rayla is my translator, so this kind of sprung from her having to constantly explain what the hell they're talking about to me.
That does happen a lot, but it's fine.
But later on in the show, we're gonna bring in kind of a rookie and test her context clue skills. So keep paying attention for when we get to her. But for now, I guess we'll just get into it and start talking about some of our favorite slang.
Yeah. Do you want to start off, or do you want me to?
You start.
So I would say one of my favorite things has been one of my favorites since the beginning is when they refer to something as the alt economy, because it's so funny to me. Like, first off, I was gonna say, what is the alt economy? First off, I guess you have to know what an alt is. So that's just like the special ability that each character has, and then the alt economy refers to like what the enemy team has in comparison to you. Like, have they used all of theirs, or do they have them? Like, I always remember them saying, like, that the casters would be like, oh, the alt economy's looking real bad on the enemy. Like, they would say the team's name, but And that was just so funny to me, because, like, referring to it as an economy is just A+ humor.
Like, it's the great alt depression.
Yeah, like, you better buy and sell your
crash. Like,
you gotta buy and sell fast. It's gonna get in real trouble. We got a bunch of nanos on sale over there. Buy them all up. You know what? I hear like there's a brig just came into the market. Get rid of all your everything. I can't. I don't know where I'm going. Disclaimer, I don't know anything about the economy either.
The real economy or the alt economy.
Yeah, neither economy.
Oh, I guess because I'm a Diva One Trick, I'm really partial to Baby Diva. Referring to her as Baby Diva, or like when they're trying to like get rid of her when she's out of her mech and they go, kill baby, kill baby.
Usually, this is what you should know about callouts. All they do is say the same thing 3 times or more over, so they'll be like, baby, 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 or like, whatever.
Monkey, monkey, monkey is a really big one. They're like the seagulls from Nemo.
Yeah, that's
mine, Junkrat, mine.
That's how you call targets. You just say a word and you just repeat it and keep repeating until somebody listens to you, and they probably won't. Probably won't listen to you, but you're gonna try anyways.
The repetition makes it really, really funny because they just say everything over and over and over again.
It's for emphasis,
Yeah. And I guess to make sure everybody hears you because they're all talking at the same time.
That's true. Like, did you hear me? I'm going to say it louder in 5 more times.
One of the most interesting things to me about this whole concept is that, like, players who don't speak English are learning these things. Like, and, like, so much, it's a lot of the English that they know is, like this nonsense. Like...
There are players who they don't speak English, or they're still learning to speak English, and it's amazing how, like, they're taught these words instead of, like, actual things that they would use, like, outside of the game. Like, I know of a player who, one of his first days in America, they taught him how to say EMP, which is in reference to an alt by a character. So that was, like, what they taught him. That was his first English lesson, was so that he could say that instead of, like... Where's the bathroom? He can't say that, but he knows how to say EMP.
Oh, that's so wild.
But even, like, since we're talking about this, like, Soon, he's French. He doesn't know what blanket means, but he can say Junkrat trap on the main door in perfect English.
Be nice. Don't roast Soon.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I love you, Soon.
Soon is Rayla's favorite player. So
be prepared to hear a lot about him.
if we ever do like favorite players, most handsome, most best hair, best glasses.
Most best is just
if we ever do anything best anything, just know there is like either spoken or unspoken answers soon.
Well, he's the answer to all of those, so why would you want me to lie?
See? What did I tell you? Come on, best hair. Come on.
I mean, okay, I would give that one to Cole Matt.
I was gonna say you know who best hair is.
But the point is also that soon is everything.
That's it. As soon as everything.
Yes, I stand by my answer. I think one of the other words that you said was the most confusing to you was squishy. Because
that one gave me trouble for a really long time because nobody ever explained it in a way that was like conducive to what it actually means.
I think they usually just said like they have a lot of squishies on their team.
Yeah, they have a lot of squishies. If you go, what's squishy mean? They go, oh, they have lots of small people or something. And I'm thinking like, okay, so like
like short characters.
Yeah, like do they have like Junkrat's kind of crouchy, I guess. Like I don't know.
So
like
squishy just means for everyone at home that they have low HP, like they're not a tank player. They can get like killed easily.
You can get killed easily because you don't have enough health points.
Yeah.
Like
wow, I'm impressed. Huge wordplay by you.
Yeah, I know what HP stands for. Okay. Hooey! I'm an expert. That whole spiel I did about how we're not qualified, just kidding. I'm the most qualified.
You know everything.
So there. But
everyone else go reinforce, go home. We got it covered, bud.
But nobody ever explained that in a way that was helpful to me. Like, because I only ever played Diva, which, you know, you have 2 lives and 800 health.
It's the opposite of squishy.
Literally the opposite of squishy. So, like, nobody ever explained it in a way that was helpful. They just said, like, they're small or they're not. They die fast, but I don't know why. So, like, that one gave me a lot of trouble. I think we can't do this segment about slang and callouts without talking about the big one in capital letters. The big one.
Capital letters and numbers.
Hey, letter number. Which is to talk about C9.
C9 is just going for kills instead of actually completing the objective, whether it be like capturing the point or moving the payload or any of that. At this point, though, with Twitch chat, it is turned to any lost fight is a C9 now. If you ask Twitch chat, all your team is dead, C9.
What's the announcer lady? She goes, team kill. And Twitch chat just spams C9.
It's like, no, that's not it.
Like, nope, that's not it.
But you tried.
It's like accidentally, or I guess deliberately, I don't know, accidentally forgetting about the only rule.
I don't think it would be deliberate. Like, it's usually you're just so focused. This is what I think it is. It's that whole phenomenon where like someone else is gonna do it. I don't have to do it. Someone else is gonna do it. So like, yeah, I'm gonna go kill that Genji. My teammate, he's gonna stay on the point. But no, you all think that, and so no one stays on the point.
It all comes down to communication because it's a team game.
Ooh, team game. If you set up your team in a certain way, those have specific names.
Yeah, if you choose, like, so based on how, like which characters you have on your team, some combinations of characters, some compositions, team compositions. Haha! Did you see how I did that? Have different names that, like, it's basically like shorthand. Like, if you say we're gonna run this composition,
yes,
we are gonna, like, these are your characters to choose from. These are the ones.
Like, right now, the hugest one would be Goats, which is just a funny name in general because, like, let's run Goats, you know? Like, if you said, like, if I came up to you and said, let's run Goats, like, what? You know what I mean?
I would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That happens now when you watch Overwatch, so, you know.
Be nice.
And then Goats is just The name of that one, it comes from That's a Contenders team is named Goats. And this was a comp they famously used, which is using, God, I'm always bad at this. It's using Ryan, Zarya, Diva, Brig, Moria, and Lucio. Another one of my favorite, which is, it doesn't really get used that much. I don't remember when it was used, but it was, because I remember them talking about, like, the casters as Slambulance, just because I think that's hilarious.
What was Slambulance?
Slambulance is when you use 4 tank players in Moria, and Lucio. So it's like Goats, but it was before Brig came out, so you ran another tank instead of the Brig. And it's just basically it's called Slambulance because you slam the other team hard, and you have your healers, so, like, that keep you up. Yeah.
They are the ambulance part.
Yeah, the slam is the tank, and the lance is the healers.
The bulance?
The bulance. Yeah. I would say Slambulance really wasn't ran that much. I just remember, like, just because that name stuck out to me so much is why I remember it so well, because I just thought it was funny. I would say Dive is the most, or it's the meta that stuck around for the longest time. What?
Well, even that term meta is...
Yeah. For someone like you, it's like...
Well, meta meant something different to me.
You have this thing where, like... I don't want to bring up the subject, but you know where this is going. Where there's, like, a term that means something else, but it's commonly used another way and you hate it.
Oh, I hate her.
So she hates the word melee, which is if you play video games, you know that's when you, like, hit someone with your weapon instead of, like, actually firing it. Or just, like, you know, something like that. And she hates that.
Melee is not synonymous with punch.
It is in the video game world.
It's not what the word means.
In the video game
it's so upsetting to me.
It's
also this same concept is why I get so upset about some of the things that they call the ultimate abilities, like some of the shorthand. But Orissa's ultimate ability is the shorthand for it is bongo, because she puts down a drum, which is like gives off like damage boosting beams or something, but it's not a bongo.
You're the only person in the world who knows what it really is.
The kind of drum is not actually
You're
djembe.
The only one who knows it. No one else even knows what that word means.
I get so fired up because it doesn't even look close.
No one knows what that
word.
First
of all, bongos are 2 drums. It just makes me so mad. Why won't they just call it djembe? It's the same amount of syllables.
You can't make fetch happen, Sal. That's not how it works.
Stop trying to make djembe happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Be nice to me.
Whatever.
4 golds for you, Glen Coco.
Thank you.
You go, Glen
You're
Coco.
right, I did carry the team with 4 golds. Thank you very much. Even our title of the podcast comes from common term used, which is DuoQueue, which just means, like, when 2 players decide they're gonna join together as a team and queue into ranked play.
Yeah, they're gonna play a little game together as friends.
Yeah.
Which is
nice.
what we're doing. We're just gonna do a little talk together as friends.
Yeah.
Like, kind of connected to that term is solo queue, which is when you go by yourself without your friends. And
she really has an ulterior motive here to bring up solo
I do
queue.
have an ulterior motive because I love this term because of the way that it was used not in its original context. Who was it?
It was Nomi.
It was
Nomi? Yeah, it was Nomi.
Yeah. One time I think on Surefour's stream he got in a game with Nami and he asked him if he liked bananas. Surefour asked him if he liked bananas because
as you do.
That's how Surefour's brain works. And he goes, Nami, do you like bananas? Nami talks about how he doesn't really like bananas, and he says, I got this. He said, I don't like bananas like solo queue bananas. so I will queue the bananas with something else.
Solo queue bananas.
Solo queue bananas. It makes me laugh so much. You could do it with anything.
You can.
Like,
hey chat, will you leave a comment saying if you like solo queue bananas?
do you like solo queue bananas, or would you rather queue your bananas with something else?
Maybe get a spicy trio going on, you know?
Trio queue banana.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Can you imagine, like, you go to a burger joint and you're like, hey, can I get a solo queue hamburger? Like, you just want
the hamburger.
just the hamburger. Like, you don't want the fries or anything. Like, can I just get a solo queue burger, please?
Don't give me the combo. Give me the
Don't give
solo
me-
queue.
Don't combo me with anything. Save your grab.
Yeah, save your grab.
I'm just gonna
The
gonna
alt
do
economy is harsh right now. Please give me a solo queue hamburger.
The alt economy is in shambles. I can only afford a solo queue hamburger.
You've heard us be experts on everything Overwatch. We thought for our next segment of the show, which we call Arcade, we brought on a special guest, our friend Bolt.
The most specialist.
And
Is there like a noun that goes with that? Hello, everyone.
yeah, that's it.
You're the most specialist of bolts. Of all the bolts that I know, you're the most specialist one.
You know what? I'll take it.
She does know other bolts, actually. That's the problem.
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
And we decided it would be good to have our friend on who... What is your experience with the Overwatch League or Overwatch in general?
I know zero. I know no things.
Cool.
I play Destiny, which is similar, but not the same at all. So there's that.
So basically, we brought on an expert, and we wanted to see if she could give us answers to what she would think these words mean.
So our topic for the episode, just so you have some like clarification of what we're doing, was we went over some of our favorite slang terms that are used in the league and in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is I have a list, and we're gonna ask you what the terms mean, like to define them somehow. But the only rules are you cannot Google them, which I don't think would be helpful considering.
Yeah.
Anyway, but also you can't just say I don't know. You have to make something up.
Okay.
So should we just start with one of them?
Yeah, let's get into it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Fuck me up.
All right, we got our ground rules. Here we go. Your first word is squishy.
It's when you don't have a lot of defense. Like, if you're like a sniper or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that one.
I was gonna say, that was one that I said I think she can get because I think that might be like a generic.
Yeah, that's like RPGs in general, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. See, you're an
Well,
expert.
what the fuck? That was the hardest word I had.
No, it's not. The rest of the words are harder.
That was the most confusing one I had because that was the one that gave me the most trouble.
Yeah, but you've never played it. You've never touched a video game in your life. Like,
Yeah.
That's
You can't play your
cool.
mind games on me, Sally.
That's not true. I played Overwatch, and I also played Yoshi's Story.
okay.
Okay, that's fair. I haven't played either of those.
All right, next term is C9.
Like, the letter
The letter
C.
C, the
Letter
letter 9.
number.
Letter number.
The letter 9. I think that's when you are on a map and there's 9 people and you see them. That's what that means.
You could have never got this one, basically, but C9 is the name. Cloud9 was the team, and basically it's when you chase kills instead of completing the objective and you C9 and then lose the game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a bummer for
That's
Cloud9.
Yeah.
Lord.
All right, question 3. Term number 3 is stagger baby.
Well, I know staggering is when you, like, hit something very hard and it doesn't attack you anymore. But baby, I'm going to say a stagger baby is someone you send to, like, distract someone so you can stagger them.
That's actually like a really good like.
That's
it's not right.
Using your
like,
using your inferences.
That's right. I'm smart as hell.
You're not right, but you are smart as hell. So stagger in Overwatch is different. It's where you kill an opponent off the timer from their teammates. So like if you stagger them, their respawn is going to be different from the rest of theirs. So stagger baby.
That tracks.
Yeah. And
It's
baby,
basically like you wait to kill them until the rest of their team has started spawning again, so that they have to wait for that person, and it runs down their time.
Yeah. And baby is the character Diva. When she's out of her mech, she's commonly called baby. So if they say,
because she doesn't have the thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
the mech suit breaks, and then she jumps out and is just a little girl running around.
so it's kind
It's
of
horrifying.
Yeah, so she's called Baby Diva, or sometimes Mini Diva.
usually baby.
Yes,
Okay.
but Baby Diva is the most common. So they go stagger baby, or kill baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Video games are cool.
All right. Term number 4 is alt economy. Alt economy.
A personal
Is
favorite.
that when you have to like pick specific supers for your team? So you don't have like 2 of the same supers or something? Sorry, we call them supers in Destiny, but they're alts.
Like you have to buy them.
No, like if you're on a team, 2 people can't have the same one because you need to spread it out or something.
Okay,
You're like so close.
yeah, that's right. You're like so close. So
You're like next to it.
Yeah,
you're
you're, like,
adjacent.
you're setting right next to the answer, but you're not
Full
quite there.
adjacent, yeah.
Yeah, alt adjacent. That's the new term, alt adjacent.
Alt adjacent.
So alt economy is just meaning like you're right about the super part. So it's just basically the economy of it is just like how many your team has versus how many the other team has. So like if like so they used all of theirs, so it's like bad for them, and you know vice versa
gotcha.
like that. So you're I
Okay.
mean you are almost there.
Yeah.
I guess it comes from like you don't know the game because you can't pick alts and Overwatch. It's just your character has an alt.
Mhm.
So
That's
that's
right.
probably the confusion, like since you haven't played it.
It's also like PvP isn't what I play in Destiny at
Yeah.
all. So
I mean, listen, you've had answers.
yeah.
I mean, it's the rule, but like you've had answers. Like
Congratulations, you have answered the question in some way.
I mean, like she's
Participation, man.
yeah, she hasn't been too far off though. Is what I mean.
Participation points.
This next one's gonna be rough though.
Oh, Lord, okay.
Sally picked like one of the hardest ones.
Listen,
Probably.
we can't just give you all snowballs like squishy, apparently, which I thought was going to be really hard. Okay, term number 5 is goats. Goats.
Those are animals. You can't fool me.
You're saying Overwatch League players are animals? Bolt?
Am I? Okay, goats. I know that's like a term the kids say when it's like someone's really good. You're like, oh, that's the goat. Is that anything? Is that related at all?
In a really small, weird way, I guess. But
I'm trying my best. So your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. This one is similar to C9, where Goats was the name of the team that did this first. And it is related to the kids saying that that person is the Goats. Goat stands for greatest of all time.
What?
So they called their team Goats,
yes,
the greatest of all times.
Are you
I
kidding
guess.
me?
she just learned something today.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm teaching you. So, but the term that we're like the definition of the way that it's kind of evolved is this team called Goats used a certain team composition where you choose. Oh God,
I was not gonna talk because
I was
I wanted
trying
to
so
see.
hard I almost had it. You need Lucio, Brigida, Moira, Zarya, Diva, and Reinhardt.
So for
Is that
Bolt
correct?
for Bolt talk, it would be 3 tanks and 3 supports.
Yeah. I know the names. I don't know what roles they serve.
Yeah, so 3 tanks, 3 support.
All right. term number 6 is nanoblade. Nanoblade.
That's just a tiny knife. That you can use in surgery.
GG. We're done.
Flat words there.
Votes like, next question, got it, let's go.
I got it. Keep going.
Got it in one. That's absolutely what it should be. Like, really, can you imagine if they gave the hamster a little knife?
Please.
Oh, we got some ideas for you, Jeff. Just call us up whenever you want to talk.
Hey, Jeff, yeah. I got your IP pegged over here.
It's perfect.
I like explain nanoblade. I can't do it.
So, again, nanoblade is one that would be hard for you, but Sally thought squishy would give you trouble. A nanoblade is just when you use nano boost, which is Anna's special, onto Genji, and then he uses his ult of blade, so you nanoblade, you combine your 2 ults, and then you use it together.
Oh. So, knives everywhere.
So it's like,
I don't know.
it's a
It's
powerful...
one big knife.
Yeah, it's one
Oh,
powerful
One big,
blade.
powerful knife instead.
Well, you
Not-
should call it sword.
It is a
That's just a
sword.
big knife.
Yeah, no, it's it's a sword. But
Lord.
I do like the idea of a tiny blade, though.
I love a tiny knife.
Just make Genji really small.
All right, the next term is 1. 1. O-N-E, like the number. 1. Like the number.
You keep giving me things that are just regular things, and I don't know what I'm supposed to make of them.
She did. She picked out these for you.
One
No, you pick
is
that one.
one is when there's one guy. There's just one guy. I don't know what that means, but there's just one guy.
No, nobody else picked a hero. There's just one.
There's just one guy, yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can get this in a sentence if that would help you.
Yeah, I forgot I could do that, please.
So, he's one, would be.
wow, good sentence.
I know! How else am I gonna do
It's just
that?
like a Bible verse. Okay, if he's one, he is the only one of that role on a team.
Oh
I
my
guess.
God, that was the worst sentence ever.
Oh, okay, what's your sentence? Oh, yeah, that's a good sentence,
Oh
Sal.
my God. Oh my God.
I'm losing my mind.
Genji's one. Kill him.
How is that any different from what I said?
Well, the kill him
Oh, you
indicates.
See?
I don't know. You're playing capture the flag, right? And he's got one flag, and he's bringing it to the thing. He's one. That's my guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
I don't even know what you guys do in Overwatch. Do you play capture the flag?
There is a capture the flag mode sometimes,
Hey,
but not all the
that far
time.
off.
So if he's one, just means he has 1 HP, which is usually he has more than one, but it just means he's low. So finish him off.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He's one. If you punched him in the neck, he would die. You know?
As
I
you
feel
do.
like most people would.
Yeah. That would kill me for sure.
Yeah. I have no
Ow.
bones or anything.
Yeah.
Just put me out of my misery.
All right. Second to last term.
Okay.
We're on the home stretch. Feeder.
Feeder. That's with the D.
Feeder.
The D, right?
Yes.
You got food, you're a feeder.
Is that your answer? Or?
Yes. No. A feeder is someone who... I'm gonna say it's someone who, trolls the other team, so they get really mad, and they start playing bad, and you're feeding them bad plays.
It's like,
I was gonna say,
you
you're
kind of got the
almost
opposite,
doing this.
almost.
You're close, but not there.
Okay.
Close but no cigar.
Yeah. Story of my life.
A feeder is someone who like just refuses to work with the team pretty much, whether that's for
Okay.
trolling purposes or for whatever they feel like
Stupidity
reasons. Maybe they
purposes.
just suck really bad. I don't know. But they go in by themselves and just die
So
over and
you're
over and over again. Pretty much.
Basically feeding ult to the enemy team, so like their feeder.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So you're like
Feeder.
you weren't like completely wrong. Like
Alright. Last term. Here we go.
again, a term she cannot get.
Okay.
It's okay. Your term is pharmacy. Pharmacy.
Why are these all just things? A pharmacy is in Overwatch, not in real life. It's like, I don't know, like a healer sets up and just like stands there and everyone comes and gets healed whenever they run past.
I
God, that's
love
such a good answer. I like that so much better than the real one.
I love that
Oh,
answer.
Jeff, I mean, come on, get at me.
Chef.
Yeah, Jeff.
New healer idea. You just set up somewhere and then everyone comes to you.
Kind of like Bastion style, where you just sit down and like,
Yeah, but you're a healer instead. That's good.
yeah, you're shooting out heals instead of shooting out bullets.
Shooting out pills.
I think that's perfect. Like,
That's it.
let's draw it up and we'll send it
Yeah,
to Jeff.
that's- Yeah. You gotta like mail it to yourself first.
Yeah.
Like, copyright it out.
The healer has to come with a prescription, or else like we can't.
You can never read it. That was my sick doctor burn of the episode.
Damn. Got him.
Got me.
Oh my god. Really explain pharmacy.
So pharmacy is just when your team or the enemy team has a Pharah and a Mercy, they're pharmacy together.
Oh, come on. You can't do that. That's just a ship name.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. It is a ship name, but it's like a thing they use, like professionals use that
Yeah,
in
like
casters.
strategically, yeah.
Yeah, because like it's just you have a Pharah and then the Mercy pockets them.
They're both healers, aren't they?
No, Pharah is like a rocket lady.
Oh. She's a rocket lady.
Yeah.
You know what I
Rocket
mean,
lady.
but-
Rocket lady.
She's a rocket
Burning
lady.
out her fuse up there alone.
Oh my god, that's funny. I like that.
Really, do you have a softball that you can come up with off the top of your head so we don't leave Bolt feeling depressed?
No, it's
Getting
fine.
right.
I'm glad
Maybe.
I got like most of them like 50%.
Yeah, I
right.
mean, you did
I'll take
okay.
that.
You were so close on all of them.
Yeah, it's almost passing.
Do you know
It's
what
almost a
throwing
D.
is?
Is that just where you like boost another player so they go?
Okay. Never mind. That wasn't an easy one. Never mind.
Yeah, you can throw people with swords in Destiny, and it's crazy.
No.
It's like one specific sword. There's swords in Destiny. It's weird. I'm fine.
Could you throw someone maybe with a nano blade?
It's too
Like,
small.
Like if someone is very tiny.
It's too
You can only
small.
throw the hamster.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, sorry I saved apparently the easy one. Apparently, sorry I gave you that one first.
No,
I thought that
no,
was
it's
going to be way
okay.
harder.
I'm glad I got one right. I
You
was
got
expecting 0.
I think
So
so.
it's a win.
Yeah,
It
so
is
you
a
won.
win. I'll take it, man.
You win.
She won
Nice.
Overwatch.
I did
Victory.
win. My KD ratio is like 1 out of 10.
That's huge.
Hello.
That's
That's
a
huge.
term, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Thank you, Bolt, for answering our questions
Yeah,
and
of course.
for putting up with us, grilling
It's my
you.
pleasure.
You are.
It is my
expert now.
pleasure to goat the trivia game.
No, you're
I
good.
shouldn't use it as a verb, right?
No, I mean you're perfect. You got it. You learned a
Yeah.
lot here today.
No one can judge me because I'll never play the game. So
Yeah, no, you
it's
nailed it.
good.
Well, I
Thank you
think
guys
we-
for having me.
Yeah, I think we all learned something from each other
We did.
Yeah.
as friends.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah.
It was a squishy time.
No,
All right, cut it and print it. That's it.
Just cut and print.
We did it. We did a
Just go to
podcast.
the episode. We did it.
Did it.
And that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you for listening to our kind of first trial episode. We'll clean it up as we go.
We like to call this the PTR episode.
Hey, that's a good one. The public test. Did you see me know that off the top of my head? I'm gonna be so good at this.
Yeah, we lied earlier. We are experts. I just want to reiterate, actual experts.
But thanks for listening. Thank you, Bolt, for kind of being our guinea pig, our little test guest on our first episode. We appreciate it, and we're sorry.
Yeah, we are sorry
for putting you on the spot like that.
Also, we're just sorry for who we are as people. It's fine.
Yeah. Sometimes it just really be like that.
It do. Tune in next time where we talk about another of our favorite, which is alternate accounts that players may have.
Yeah, they choose their own nicknames. Sometimes it's sitting right there for them, and they don't take advantage of the absolute gold that they have at their disposal. So we've got some suggestions for some of you.
They're gonna need to bring a pen and pad to write down our ideas. Maybe
take notes, boys.
Yeah, take notes. Maybe write a check for us because some dough there.
Mistakes are just gonna toss you a 20 for.
I mean, he should. Don't give spoilers.
So see you next week, and GG go next.
GG go next.